You gotta be ready for the war, nigga.
Set up here. Are you guys representatives for the Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, I wanted to ask a couple questions. Of course, with our beliefs, we see your beliefs to be untrue, but I think that it would be misguided and injustice. I can ask you all questions yourself to see your take on some of the things that is happening inside of your organization or religion. Right? You consider it a religion, right? Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
You can ask me, but also our website can answer any question that you might have. Have you gone to our website?
Maybe I'll go to the website and see if they can answer it.
Yeah, jw.org. You go there.
So the first question that I had was, I was doing a little bit of research, and when I did my research, I found out that there's been a long list of history of child molestation and accusations that have been brought up against the organization as a whole, specifically one that happened in California, in which the courts judged that the Jehovah's Witness had to then pay $4,000 every single day until the records were released of the known pedophiles and molesters were released to the courts. And to this day, it has not been released.
Can I ask you one thing? Are you recording us?
Yeah, this is all being recorded.
Can I ask that he not record it? Why? Because that's my right to not have somebody record.
I understand that this is right, but you understand this is a very serious issue. It's a very serious topic.
I understand, but I'm not going to talk if you're going to record.
So you don't want to answer the questions. No questions. Children are being molested.
I'm not a representative of the organization. I do not speak for the organization.
This is an organization.
I don't want to.
Understand, but you have to understand how it works. I'm not a my organization, what you say. If you had an accusation against my organization being a part of this school, I would have to be obliged to answer these questions, especially something that's as serious as child molestation. Heinous. It seems like a very heinous thing to say that you can't answer these questions.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm not going to speak.
Is that a rule that you guys can't speak on?
That is what I said. I'm person, and I have the right to do what I want to do. So I appreciate it.
That we should be able to answer questions about the children that's being molested or being recorded. I mean, if it's not true, you would just say that it's not true, correct? Wouldn't you say that it's just not true? Or you don't care about the children unless it's your children that's being molested next? I understand. You see how that looks though? You understand? Is responsible for the molestation of thousands of children every single year, from America all the way to Australia, which is why you have to pay that money. And what you're doing out here is terrible. What you're doing is a terrible thing. You blotting out the buildings, man. You don't got no windows and no see, you can't look inside the Jehovah's Witness. It's because you molested children in there, man. You understand? You don't want to answer, they say not answering a question is always an answer. Are you yourself a child molester?
Jesus didn't answer questions.
Christ answered many questions, right?
And he also did not answer questions.
But Christ answered many questions.
He did not answer questions when he knew that people were trying to look for something they shouldn't.
That's not true. I can prove that right now.
I'm not here to get into a debate.
I understand it's not a debate, but you're lying on Christ. When the Sadducees and Pharisees tried to confound Christ on multiple occasions, he responded in parables to cut them.
I'm not going to continue in a debate or a conversation.
When you say you're not going to speak on the organization as a whole,
Yes, sir.
but I just wanted to ask you, are you yourself a pedophile? The Bible says that the wicked flee when no man pursue it. And I just want you to know that you won't answer the question about you being a pedophile. No answer is an answer, man. Now, this you heard it here first. Now, look, a year ago, I took up the fight against the Jehovah's Witness under Commander General Yohanan, the ISUPK. And I did my research on their leader, on their founder, And what the man didn't even allow me to get to my questions, man. And what I found out is that their leader, Charles Taz Wilson, or whatever Russell Taz, whatever his name is, he founded this belief on racist remarks. He quoted and said that black people were better in slavery. He also said that the curse of Canaan, you understand, from Ham, was the curse on black people, and that is why black people were cursed in this condition, man. Also, Jehovah's Witnesses on file and on record for having hundreds of cases against them for child molestation, man. And of course, you just seen it here first, that they won't answer nothing, man. And let me tell you something, man. This the ISUPK. This the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, man. We came out here to ask them a question. And like I said, the Bible say the wicked flee when no man pursue it. And you see who the Lord is with, man. The Lord ain't with no Jehovah's Witness, man. The Lord ain't with no Christian organization or religion, but especially with no Jehovah's Witness. You understand? And I just want y'all to see this, man. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Even though the Jehovah's Witness did not want to answer no questions, the Lord's still gonna prevail because He's gonna pack His stuff up and He gonna leave because this corner belongs to Commander General.
That's right.
And while we out here, can't no child unless He be out here.
That's right.
So it's best for him to just go ahead and pack up and leave. You feel me? You understand?
Too on that young Snoop shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you though, man. I was in the mall. I was in the mall like two of my niggas, man. I seen one of these rap cap ass nigga walk by, nigga. Nigga had a whole entourage and shit, nigga. He seen a real nigga walk up to him, nigga got down, hit a U-turn quick as hell with 10 niggas. I was like, God damn, what the fuck wrong with these niggas out here, bro? Man, that shit hurt my heart. Shit hurt my heart. Shit hurt my heart. Shit hurt my heart. All these rap niggas cap, all these trap niggas broke. I don't get no fucking shit. Oh, that's your main bitch, she a hoe. Man, that shit hurt my heart. And I couldn't do nothing but laugh at that shit there. I like, hey, how you see that nigga, man? You see all these niggas talk about on these songs and shit, nigga. Whole ass nigga, man. God damn. Can't believe I looked up to these niggas. Getting green with your shoulder, nigga. Now I see it's way more to the picture. You finessing up in cause you broke. That's why I don't even touch the dope. You on drugs is a flex for hoes. Tell the truth, these niggas they dumb, but they flexing on camera, get hit with that gun. I don't smoke what I pour up, I sip, and I started getting sober with my fire on my hip. Nowadays these niggas they say they, but they shooting that baby, talking about that shit bravery. They'll kill a nigga before they touch a cracker. That's the problem with these hoe trappers. That's the problem with these fuck rappers. To be honest, I pull up embarrassing. I pull up embarrassing. Ask you, boy, how you do that when them killers gon' blast for you? These rap nigga amateurs, nigga, no logic. Them drugs got your brain scrambling. I ain't dead, but I'm sick and I'm tired of these lame hoe niggas with power. Nigga gay selling soap for $1. For a second, then broken the out. Damn. Hold on, man. That shit real crazy, man. I was in the studio too with some of these rap nigga, man. The nigga had counterfeit all on the table, man. Fake ass jewelry, fake ass nigga. Hoes ain't shit with herpes and all that shit, man. You know what? I figured that shit out, man. You know what, man? Man, that shit hurt my heart. Shit hurt my heart. Shit hurt my heart. Shit hurt my heart. All these rap niggas cap. All these trap niggas broke. I don't get no fucking shit. Oh, that's your main bitch. She a hoe. And that shit hurt my heart. And then these niggas from the hood look up to these niggas still, man. I guess they don't know the mysteries. But me been a preaching prophet, man, I see all through that shit, man. These lame ass nigga, man, get like me, man, get like a prince, nigga, for real. Huh? And I ain't signing shit unless that shit already up front, man. To me, I feel like right now I need 500,000 or better, man. No cap, no sweat. I know what the fuck my worth is, man. Hoe ass nigga. Me none of these motherfuckers out here, man. You feel me? No. But don't you fucking try me. Don't ever fucking try me, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm a cool ass nigga at heart, but hey. I never fucked on one who had it coming. And you still tryna play me. The last to be first and the first to be last. And they still won't fade me. It'll lean on me. she a bite. Baby girl in on me all through the night. Baby girl in on me, she like the life. Baby girl in on me like my damn gun do, yeah. Hey. They cracker looking for us. They say they plotting on y'all. I promise we all alert. That's for my whole team and my squad. When I go around, keep the air. Bitch, I might put the bomb in the car. They looking trying to find a flow. Pussy boy, I told the world is ours. They cracker be looking, they cracker be talking. It's always a comment to us. It's always online, cause we in the street. So we see them walking this set. Yeah, we the old preaching, they know it. I strap on the team, they know it. Pussy, you shrinking, we growing. I never fought no one who had it coming, and you still tryna play me. The first will be last and the last will be first, but that money won't faze me. I gave you a little the sauce and the swag. My trust is so crazy. That's what my soldiers grinding out them trenches. Don't let these motherfuckers phase it. Just lean on me. Hey, lean on me. Just lean on me. I promise I got you. Just lean on me. Tell me about the damn shit. Tell me how police searching for a switch. Tell me about the damn war. Tell me trying to blame you and then you know. Tell me about the damn flicks. Tell me how police try to make a rinse. This shit crazy out here, man. I'm trying to tell you, I promise I ain't lying. Nigga know what it did. Nigga know what it does. No counterfeit. Nigga wanna hate the frustration. Nigga, they tired, they wasting.
These laws can deliver us, man. They can bring us back to our nation, man, to our identity, to our strength. And they for sure brought us back to our brotherhood. Because your king wasn't no bitch. That's right. Your king wasn't no punk. Your king, when the battle started, your king stepped in the battle first. He said, I'm gonna take the first step. And I'm gonna let y'all go on and handle it from there. He said, you gonna do more than me. Y'all say you're on your honor crazy. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fly.
Heaven is where is the place that blacks and Hispanics finally get to rule. Finally get to be in charge. Finally get to be rich and watch our oppressors suffer for what they've done. That's why we gave up murdering people. That's why we gave up selling drugs. That's why we gave up being evil and wicked to one another, because we knew the reward that we had to come.
I never fought no one who had it coming, and you still tryna play me. The last will be first and the first will be last, and they still won't fade me. They lean on me. Just lean on me.
Testing. Oh, I got it. Testing. Testing 1 2 testing. All right, let's clap it up for class. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold class down for Officer Nazaga Bar till he arrive. I said this is the ISUPK South Carolina law class under Commander Johanna. It's like it's been a while. It's the ISUPK start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Johanna, and we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to the Bible. And this is law class. You know what I'm saying? The ISUPK South Carolina. You understand? And this past week, man, we just had our leader, man, Commander Junior Honda, come down for the Feast of Purim to open the Feast of Purim. So give that a hand. You understand? South Carolina, we did a great job, hosting our guests for and hosting Commander Junior Honda for coming down. If anybody ain't seen that video when we went and took Commander Junior Honda to shoot, I think also Shaw, he posted it in the chat, and he posted it on Facebook and YouTube as well. So make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe on that video. You understand? Make sure y'all share that, and cause that was major for South Carolina, especially for the first time Commander Junior Honda coming down to see us. You understand? We showed, we did our thing. You understand? So, for all the brothers that contributed and put in a brick towards the feast day, hey, the water for y'all. You understand? But what's the class title? Let me see. What's the class title?
Class title is can I come to the Passover if I'm not in the ISUPK or another camp?
All right, so a lot of people, I'm guessing a person asked this question: Can you come to the Passover even if you're not in the ISUPK or in another camp? So yes. The Passover is for the Passover is for every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man and woman. You understand, and children. And so everybody is commanded, is ordered by the Most High to be a part of one Passover. Because you understand, I know we got a lot of fake Israelite groups. You understand, a lot of fake Israelite camps who hold their own Passover, which is not. It's actually out of order. You understand? There is not supposed to be multiple Passovers. You understand? There is only one Passover that's supposed to happen throughout the year, and a lot of these fake Israelite groups, they go and have their Passover it's not even on the. They don't even have they Passovers on the right month, on the right day. You understand? I think last year some fake Israelite groups had their Passovers in what's before April, January, February, March. In March, I done seen them do it in March. Let's go ahead on.
It's like my baby.
Go ahead, sir.
You also got fake Israelite groups out here, goddamn on at the Passover, eating goddamn on macaroni and cheese, baked beans, mashed potatoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that.
Pork.
Everything. When I understand you want to have a little feast, it's about a feast though. This is about taking that unleavened bread, getting that lamb, and getting the hell up on.
Right.
Ain't no time to let the bread rise. You're here making macaroni.
Right, exactly.
Like,
get out of here. I forgot about that. They over here eating mac and cheese, collard greens, sweet potato pie. You understand? On path, that is nowhere in the scriptures. You understand? That is nowhere in Exodus. And that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going Exodus to talk about when we talk about where the Passover comes from. You understand? And why we celebrate it and what we supposed to eat. And the actions we are supposed to take to remember the Passover every year. You understand? But I think so. Okay. All right, so if y'all could turn to Exodus, I think 12. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. I'm gonna, just skim down through it. But so yes, even if you are not in the ISUPK, you still ordered by the Most High and by Commander Junior Honda to be a part of the Passover. Like, you don't have to join, you don't have to be in the school. People like you to be, you understand? You should already be in the school, but even if you want to invite even if you want to invite your siblings in the world, your mother, you know, that's how you get them in the truth, is by inviting them to the Passover and feast days, you understand? Just to show them it's just so they can see the brotherhood and the sisterhood that we have. Because when the ISUPK, you know, come together on the feast day or on the high holy day, it's the brotherhood and the sisterhood be so strong that you will never have to worry about seeing you don't always have to worry about seeing a fight break out, or a dice game gone wrong, or what's another game they played, dominoes. You will never see a fight break out over a little petty game. You understand? You will never see females in there fighting over one man, or a girl in there fighting because this girl had sex. It's like had I don't know proper words for relations with another man's. You know, you would never see that these type of things, because there is order in this school. You understand, and we all forgive each other if we do offend each other.
That's right.
You understand? So you can actually come to the Passover and come to a high holy day or a feast day and never have to worry about seeing a fight or anything like that. But in the world, when you go to Thanksgiving parties and all that type of stuff, it's for sure, you know, it's almost for certain that you are going to see a family member that you had issues with. You understand? It's almost for certain that you are going to see a fight break out. It's always for certain that you're going to see an argument, but not in here. You understand? You could come to the Passover and see nothing but love. You understand? Amongst each other. You understand? You will never have to worry about no other stuff going on. And if it does, trust and believe we are secured up. You understand? Thanks to Captain Cod and the Shamar team, you would never, even if something did break out, it's gonna get handled. You understand? But as far, you know, as long as I've been going, I ain't never seen it. Or as long as I've been in the school, I ain't never heard no bad things happening at the Passover. Not too serious. You understand? But you gotta get that scripture, sir, if you could.
Come. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Verse 3, speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers.
How you started this? All right, so in verse 3 it says, speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, right. not the whole congregation of the world. You understand? It's not talking about Africans. It's not talking about the Lord is not speaking to Africans. He's not speaking to white people. He's not speaking to Chinese people, Arab people. He said he's speaking to who, sir?
That's right. It's to the congregation of Israel.
Of who?
Israel.
Of who?
Israel.
Of Israel, man. He's not talking to everybody. You understand? The Lord has a certain special people, man. That is That's blacks, right. Hispanics, and Native Indians. So even if white people kept the Passover, it's not going to mean anything. Right. You understand? The Lord is not with you. The Lord That's is right. The Lord is not protecting you. You understand?
That's right.
You got to read, sir. Oh, you start where it say saying again. After Israel's saying.
Okay. Verse 3, speak ye unto the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb.
All right, so they should take every man a lamb. So this already. So this, you know, if you already in the school and you've been to the Passover, you know that we eat only lamb and unleavened bread. So why, if anybody in the chat, why do we eat lamb and unleavened bread on the Passover? What reason? And if you want to answer, so you can for time's sake. But if anybody in the chat, why do we eat lamb and unleavened bread on Passover day? Why don't we eat macaroni and sweet potato pie and collard greens and beans and rice? Why is it just lamb and unleavened bread? What kind of feast is that? What kind of gathering is that? You go that one.
So, like, if I may, to answer your question just a little bit for the people at home, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the reason why we got that lamb. You know, why couldn't it have been cow?
Right.
You understand? The Lord specifically said, get that lamb, you unalive the lamb, and you put the blood on the doorpost.
Right.
You understand me? You think the Lord is gonna let the lamb rotten?
Right.
No, you go ahead, that lamb that you just unalive, go ahead and get it right. You understand? You got a little time to get that right.
Right.
You get that right. You understand me? And then with the far as go with the unleavened bread, your bread ain't got time to rise. It ain't got time to rise. It take a while for the bread to rise.
Right.
You understand me? This is all according to eating with haste.
Right.
Eating on the go. Y'all know fast food. That look like fast food.
Right.
You ain't got time to be in the kitchen for 2-3 days, goddamn making the pot roast and that.
Right, exactly. So and then again, if I could, it's like what I used to do when I was young. I used to, instead of, I don't be having time, like when you hungry for real, like you starving, you ain't got time to make a sandwich like you want to make it. You ain't got time. You ain't got time to put your cheese on it, your meats, your turkey, your chicken, whatever you're gonna use. You don't got time to put it on the stove and grill it. It's kind of like you eating on the go, like Officer Shaw shit. But it's like eating a sugar sandwich. Yes, right. It's like making a syrup sandwich. It's on the go. I need it now because I'm hungry. You understand? That's kind of like with this. Like the Lord said, we eat lamb and unleavened bread because for one, that's what the Lord told us to do. You understand? Right. The Lord told us to eat lamb and unleavened bread because the Lord told us to put that lamb on our doorpost because it's supposed to protect us. It's supposed to protect us through the Lord's wrath when He's about to destroy Egypt. You understand? But when you get the chance, so you can go ahead and read. You got to keep reading because I don't think nobody in the chat. You want to go ahead and yeah. It's like all right. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the class over to Officer Nazaka Bar. It's already on, sir. You good?
Oh, sorry. It's not muted.
Loud, sir.
Shalom, Yahaba Shimon Shabakatah. Preaching officer Nazaka Bar with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Now, y'all, where you leave off at?
I was on Exodus 12:3.
Exodus 12:3. Go ahead and read it.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers.
Read on.
And lamb for an house.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish. A male of the first year, ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. Verse 6. And ye shall keep it unto thee 14 days of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel
Read that again.
Okay. And ye shall keep it unto the 14th day of the same month.
All right. So someone asked me a question, and it's a good question that they asked. What they asked was, can they come to the ISUPK Passover if they are not in the ISUPK? You know, or if they are in another camp, if they study under another group, if they, you know, if they're Christian, they go to the Christian church. They Muslim, go to the Muslim mosque. They don't even believe in God. You know, whatever their walk of life is, if they are not in the UPK, are they allowed to come to the Passover? So read that scripture again from the top.
Okay. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of this. Oh, it's like that was verse 6. And ye shall keep it unto the 14th day of the same month.
So it says, and ye shall keep it. You understand? You shall keep it up until the 14th day. So ye shall keep it. That is a commandment. You understand? Read on.
And the whole assembly of the congregation.
Read that again.
And the whole assembly.
And part of the assembly.
And the whole assembly.
And one group of the assembly.
And the whole assembly.
And one camp of the assembly.
And the whole assembly.
And the whole assembly. You understand? Meaning every member of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
Every individual person.
Right.
You understand? Meaning if you're in the ISUPK, you understand? If you in IUIC, if you in GMS, if you in HODC, if you in Sakari, you understand? If you go to Joel Osteen's church, if you're in the Nation of Islam, if you're a Blood, a Crip, a GD, a Vice Lord, you understand? If you're a U.S. Marine, if you're on the police force, you understand? If you're a pimp, if you're a hoe, if you're a drug dealer, you understand? Excuse my language. Am I allowed to say all that? Oh, so like it. You understand? But, you know, if you, no matter what you into, no matter what your walk of life is, you understand? This is a commandment from the Lord. Right. So it ain't a matter of can you come. It's a matter of what time is you going to get there.
That's right.
You understand? That's what a better question should be is, how do I pay my Passover fee?
That's right.
Don't ask if you can come. Ask, how do I pay my Passover fee?
Yeah, right.
You understand? Because it's a commandment to come to the Passover. It's not a suggestion. You understand? We didn't suggest, you understand? The Lord didn't suggest that the Egyptians let us out of slavery. You understand? The Lord didn't suggest that we go into slavery for our forefathers sinning against the Lord. He didn't make a suggestion. He's not suggesting you celebrate the Passover. Right. He's giving you a commandment to do so. No different than he gives you a commandment not to unalive your brother. Right. Just like he gives you a commandment not to commit fornication with your brother's wife, right, with another man's wife. You understand? Not to get high. Just like those are commandments not to do those things, it's also a commandment to come to the Passover. The entire congregation. Read it again.
And the whole assembly of the congregation.
That means if you in ISUPK, if you in GMS, if you in AOC, if you in HODC, GOCC, you understand? You are supposed to come to the Passover. The Passover, not the Passovers. Right. I mean, Passovers was it, Shaw?
So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
Uno. One.
It was one. It was one Passover. The Lord didn't come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna hit this group today, hit this group next week. He didn't do it like that. It was one Passover. And in one swoop, he delivered who? The whole of the congregation, the whole assembly of the congregation. He delivered at one time. You understand? So there's one Passover. Everyone is supposed to be at the one Passover. How many different Passovers going on when Yahushua walked the earth? Go ahead.
It's lucky, sir, if I may. When Yahushua walked the earth, I mean, like, no, they did it at the same time.
They did it at the same time. Even when he was born, his mother and father lived in Egypt. You understand? They had to travel. Listen, listen. If Joseph and Mary can be 9 months pregnant and travel through the desert to get to the Passover, you understand? You can catch a flight to Durham.
Right.
You understand? It is an order. It's a commandment to come to the Passover.
Right.
But now, Shar, we got a problem. You know, okay, now they know it's a commandment to come to the Passover, right? Now the question is, well, which Passover is the Passover? Which one is the Lord's Passover? You understand? That's a question that you got to answer in order to know how to come to the Passover. Because you could get the wrong directions and end up, you know what I'm saying, eating ham and you know what I'm saying? What else they was eating?
Macaroni and
ham,
cheese,
macaroni and cheese.
greens.
You know what I'm saying? Collard greens. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be celebrating Yahushua Day. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, now, y'all.
It's like, I was gonna say, this is how you can tell that there's, which Passover is the one, is the right one.
Mm-hmm.
If my math is correct, understand, the school been around since 1969, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if my math is correct, that's 70 years, right? Around 70.
What?
I'm talking about to now, like from 1969 to now. How many years is that? I said about
50 going on
50?
55, 60.
55.
See, yeah, this is the 55th annual Passover.
Yeah, way off.
Hey, look, listen, we in the truth. We ain't math majors. You understand? We use calculators in the UPK.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
So we've been around 50 years.
Right.
The IUIC been around, was started in 2000, somewhere in the mid 2000s. Who knows when GMS and all them was made. So that's how you can tell if the Passover has been around. I mean, that's how you can tell which Passover is the right one to go to, because we've been doing it longer. Understand? The other ones, all the other fake groups, they've been doing this 20 years or probably less. It's like it's over.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. That's a good answer. You know what I'm saying? I want to compliment that, man. That's a good answer. And that is partially why, you know what I mean? I was looking for an answer a little deeper than that, but we'll dig in deeper. But what the brother said is absolutely correct. That's the simplest way to do it. You understand? If you want to keep it simple, just look at which one was the first Passover.
Right.
But even with that information, everybody sees our flyers and see that, IUIC got what, the 20th annual Passover. UPK got the 55th annual Passover. Who done it more than 55 times? Nobody. You understand? Because the split didn't happen to the 90s. They didn't celebrate it almost 30 Passovers before the school even split. So at one point in time, there was only one Passover.
Right.
You understand? Well, let's go back in time, right? Let's go back in time to 1969. All right. I want you to read this scripture for me. Go to Ephesians. I want you to go to chapter 4 and start at verse 1.
Oh God. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 1. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord.
He says, I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord. You understand? Meaning that he has bound himself unto Yahushua. He bound himself into the Most High. He's a prisoner to the Lord. You understand? Meaning that Satan don't have access to him.
Right.
You understand? The Esau ain't got access to him, to his mind. You understand? He has bound himself unto the Lord. Read on.
Beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vacation wherewith ye are called.
So in 1969, the Lord called priests and prophets of the Lord to come together and start the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Right.
You understand? Read that part again, that second part again.
Beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
What is that vocation wherewith ye are called? That is being a priest and prophet in the ISUPK, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge that the Lord set up in 1969 that introduced the world to the Hebrew Israelites. You understand? That introduced the world to the idea that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the 12 lost tribes of Israel.
That's right.
You understand? That is what the Lord set up. That is when the Lord called men to do his work, that to do that vocation. You understand? That he's talking about, that vocation of being a priest and prophet of the Lord. Read on.
Okay. Verse 2, with all lowliness and meekness.
What does that mean? With all lowliness and meekness. What does that mean? Go ahead.
Like, sir, one word, humble. Is that 12?
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead, Nayar.
It's like
Unimportant.
Let me see. You both are right. I ain't gonna say like unimportant or necessarily humble in a sense of just being like, you know, passive aggressive. You understand? But by giving up your life, your personal wants and desires for the Lord's desires. You understand? That's what that lowliness is. It's when you no longer seek after your lust. When you no longer seek after every thick and juicy, nice round brown. You know what I'm saying? When you, instead of getting high, you understand? You do the things that the Lord wants you to do. You understand? Instead of spending the Sabbath day, going to the club, smoking weed, and throwing money at strippers. You understand? You give that day unto the Lord to do the Lord's work, to lace up your boots and go to camp and go to war for your people.
That's right.
That is that vocation that the Lord called us. And then it says, and meekness. What does that mean? Now, y'all, I'm gonna throw this one at you. What does it mean to be meek?
Patient.
You want to try again?
Long suffering.
Sorry, you want to give it a shot?
So like it, sir, just the definition, if I could, of meek. I mean, it's like if I'm wrong, it's like weak.
Go ahead.
So submissive.
It ain't none of them. You understand? All right.
Like,
so this is what you familiar with the scripture. I think Jay-Z made it famous in one of his songs, but he says the meek shall inherit the earth. It says, know ye not that the meek shall inherit the earth. What it means to be meek is, the best way I can describe it is someone who carries a sword, who knows how to use it very well, but chooses not to do so. That's the meek. So to give you an example, that's like the ISUPK. Because let me tell you something. Listen, I ain't been in the ISUPK longer than some brothers, but I'm gonna tell you something. There are men in the ISUPK that could rip your face off in hand-to-hand combat if they wanted to. You understand? If were it not for the men over them who give them orders to stand down, you understand? There's, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna say what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna shut up while I'm ahead. But there are men in the UPK who are extremely dangerous. You understand? But because of the oath that we've given to the Lord, we are a peaceful organization. We are a nonviolent organization. Now, we will defend ourselves, and that is what you don't want to catch yourself on the receiving end of, is the UPK defending itself.
Right.
You understand? Because it ain't going to play out the way you think it's going to play out.
Okay.
You understand? And so it says with lowliness and meekness. You understand? Meaning that it's like it's describing a soldier. When a soldier joins boot camp, you understand? He can't just go and just kill all his enemies. No, he has to be trained how to use this weapon and might never use it in combat.
Right.
You understand? But he is fully trained and capable of knocking the wings off a fly from 1,000 meters away. You understand? And lowliness, meaning that he no longer serves himself. He now serves the United States military or the Marine Corps. He's now property of the United States Marine Corps.
Right.
So that's what he's saying. He's like, you know what I mean? This is like you getting prepared for battle, for a spiritual battle. You understand? You're becoming, he's talking about becoming a soldier. You understand? Being militant minded, being disciplined. You understand? Read on.
Okay. With long suffering,
Go ahead.
forbearing, and another in love.
It says forbearing one another in love. You understand? Meaning the way, Christ said the way you can tell his disciples by how they treat each other, by how they treat one another. You understand? But listen, man, listen. There's some organizations out here that's putting their members in the hospital.
Right.
This killing their members, this unaliving their members, and burying them in a hole somewhere after they sexually assault them.
Right.
You understand? It's organizations out here that's committing sexual assault against their other members' children. You understand? Go ahead.
It's like I was about to say, we've had a brother. I think the brother's a GD.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that he could tell the difference. And he could tell the difference between us and them. He said the way we carry ourselves and the way, and the way we treat each other, the way we treat one another.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way we move, and he just tell like we not on the same. Like they can see the shield, and they shield means something different. But when they see it on us, it show righteousness.
Right.
That's right.
Man, I remember one Passover. I can't remember what year or what city it was in. I think it was in New York. I think it was the last one we had in New York. And somehow, some way, I ended up doing shamar at the door for like a short time. And there was a homeless brother that walked by. He was just walking up the street. And he just happened to look inside and see the Passover going on. And came to the door and was like, he just looking around. He said, man, I can see the brotherhood. I can see the brotherhood. And it was like just the brotherhood alone You know what I mean? That brother came in and was able to eat with the preaching prophets of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? On Passover. I can't remember when it was. You know what I mean? But I remember seeing the brother, and I asked the brother to come on in. And the brother seen it, man, came out, man. You know what I mean? Looking like he seen the angel of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that brotherhood, what Christ is describing, this vocation, you know what I'm saying? He's saying that, you know what I mean, to love one another. You know what I'm saying? In this vocation, in this walk that he's putting together. And that's what you've seen in the UPK. You've seen when a brother had a problem with another brother, what do? You took him there to counsel.
That's right.
Well, before that, you didn't have nothing like that in the black community. That was revolutionary in the black community. If a brother had a problem with another brother, you know, brothers back then, brothers used to fight. You know what I'm saying? They'd duke it out. Nowadays, you know, brother got a problem with another brother, he tracking your location on Instagram Live and gonna shoot the whole block up. I mean, you know, he gonna discharge firearms at the whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But read on.
Okay. Verse 3, endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace.
Read that again.
Endeavoring to keep the unity.
Endeavoring to keep the what?
To keep the unity.
To keep the what?
The unity.
To keep the what?
The unity.
To keep the division.
The unity.
To keep the separation.
The unity.
It says to keep the unity. Endeavoring to keep the unity. Read on.
Of the spirit in the bond of peace. In the bond of peace.
And it's to keep the spirit, keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. You understand? When you come into this UPK, you understand, you enter into a bond of peace. You understand? Like Salaga, I can't even think, like, I can't even remember. I haven't been into a fist fight with a brother or a heathen since I came into the truth. You understand? Because coming to the truth, I learned how to deal with altercations.
Right.
You understand? I learned how to deal with having a problem with my brother. You understand? I learned how to not be a murderer, unaliver. You understand? By learning how to deal peaceably with my brother. You understand? You know, we not saying coming into the truth, you ain't gonna have an issue with somebody. That's that, you know what I mean? That ain't what that's what the Christian church promised. You understand? Then everybody in there pretending like they love each other. You know what I mean? While they plotting on each other.
As soon as they get home, it's like,
yeah, as soon as they get home, as soon as they get out in the parking lot, they plotting on each other. You understand? But read that verse again.
Verse 3, endeavoring to keep the unity.
So endeavoring to keep the unity. So what did the Lord start in 1969?
Right.
You understand? In 1969, we was supposed to keep that unity. You understand? So you asking, you know what I mean? So we answering the question of how do you know which one is the real Passover? Well, here's the deal. It started in the UPK. Right. You understand? And now we're reading the wisdom. We went back in time. We back in 1969 reading this. You know what I'm saying? We back in 1969 reading this. And we're supposed to keep the unity. You understand? Read on.
Verse 4. There is one body.
There's what?
There is one body.
There's what?
There is one body.
In 1969, there was what?
There was one body.
In 1969, there was one body. There was the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West.
That's right.
125th Street out of Harlem, New York.
Right.
Which is now under Commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
If you got a problem with that, you got a problem with the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? Your problem ain't with us. Your problem ain't with Commander General Yohana.
Mm-hmm.
Your problem ain't what we teach. Your problem ain't with much polygamy. Your problem is with the Lord.
Right.
You understand? That is the problem. You understand? That's why we ain't out here walking up on brothers' camp spots, making them leave. You understand? Although we did pull up to a gas station one time, you know what I'm saying? Seen some brothers, and then by the time we came out the gas station, they was out of there. You know, we did see that. But we didn't make nobody leave no camp spot. We ain't bully nobody off no spot. We just happen to be in the same place at the same time. Go ahead, Op.
It's like my mate, sir.
Go ahead.
And what's so heavy what you're saying right now, it reminds me of last Saturday, just passed, last Sabbath. It was me, Officer Yarmark, and Officer Kowal. Man, like, so some Jehovah's Witness on the block. And Jehovah's Witness, you know, they known pedophiles.
Right.
Known pedophiles. So we didn't come up to the brothers hostile. We didn't come up to them hostile. We just asked, can we ask a few questions? So like, well, Jehovah's Witness like, well, we got a website you can ask the questions on, but you know, I'm not really a representative. I don't want to talk about anything. And you know, like, no sweat. I just got one question to ask you. And we was asking about the pedophilia that was going on, and they just didn't want to say nothing about it. They didn't want to say nothing about it, but the sisters they had with them was like, oh my goodness, I never heard about this. So they know that the dudes know it, but they don't want to tell the sisters that they recruited. You understand? They don't even want to tell them this.
Right.
So like it's like a whole lot of hoopla out here, man. Like that's why, like, when we just walking on them, we ain't even going up to them hostile. We just asking questions. You out there for a reason. Why can't we ask questions?
Right.
Because they gonna bring the troops, like, so you got.
Yeah, I saw that video too. You know what I mean? And the thing is like that devil thought he had one when he said, you know, I don't give you guys my permission to film. It's my right to not be filmed. But that's a lie. Because whenever you are in public, you forfeit that right not to be filmed. If you are in public and someone pulls a camera out, then your best bet is to no longer be in public. You go somewhere in private. You know what I'm saying? But you come out there on the street. That's why, you know, Esau come up to us at camp and be like, you know, hey, do you mind if we film? You know, now, I appreciate you asking. You know what I mean? I can't stop you from filming. I appreciate you asking. You know what I'm saying? But even if I'd have said no, they could have just took a step back and been like, click.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't been nothing we can do about it. Because according to the law, if you are in public, the press, whenever you turn a camera on, they call it freedom of the press.
Right.
You understand? So if the police is operating in public and you pull your camera out, you have the freedom of the press to film anything in public. Go ahead.
That's like a brother just say he unalived his wife and he get out the court. Cameras all in his face. You think you want to be recorded?
Right. He ain't get a news channel for. Listen, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't get a news channel for. Kodak Black didn't give the news that permission to film him while he was throwing rocks at him. You know, Kanye West don't give permission to film him, and he be cussing people out in his driveway at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Who else? How many famous celebrities then got sued for assaulting paparazzi? Because you don't have the right to, if somebody walk up to you, as long as they ain't in your personal space, you know what I'm saying? As long as they don't touch you, they can film everything they see. You understand? So that devil was a liar, man. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to get up out of there. He like, hey, look, man, I don't give you the right. Why not? You're supposed to be a man of the Lord.
Right.
You understand? Right. You're supposed to utilize whatever means of media that you can. And guess what? And if there's an issue that they trying to address, it's in your best interest to address it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't stood down from no controversy in the UPK.
Right.
You understand? Read on up. Go ahead up.
I don't know, it's a brother who, but it's his name Wayne's World. He said Passover did not start in ISUPK. Are you serious? I don't know if you
read on.
Ignore that. It's like, I will read verse 4 again. It's like, there is one body.
There's what?
There is one body.
There's what?
There is one body.
Let me ask you a question, Wayne's World. Where was Hebrew Israelites celebrating the Passover before 1969? And let me ask you this, Wayne's World. Where's that Passover celebrating this year? You understand? Answer that question for me. You understand? Read on up.
Slice of my man.
Go ahead.
He said Israel, buddy.
You must be one of them small hats. That must be what you're referring to. That's not the Passover. What them so-called Jewish people is doing over in Israel is not the Passover. You understand? Did the Lord deliver? Now, y'all, did the Lord deliver them small hats out of slavery in Egypt? Or did they deliver the 12 tribes of Israel? They delivered the 12 tribes of Israel. Them small hats, as a matter of fact, them small hats, they are Amalekite according to the Bible. You understand? Them little rat people. They like rats. They just like rats. They just like a New York rat. Because they digging tunnels under the street. You understand? Living in people's walls. You understand? That is a rat. You understand? They are just like a rat. Listen, man, my first time seeing a New York rat, I reached for a firearm that wasn't there. You understand? If you ever see, listen, man, we from the South. You see something that big, that close,
Right.
you understand? Pow! You know what I'm saying? I seen that. I was about to run. You know what I'm saying? That thing looked like a like Master Splinter. Go ahead, Up.
He said, what did Moses and the ancient Israelites celebrate?
We just discussed that. You understand? We talked about the Passover. You understand? The Passover beginning with Moses. That's where the commandment was given.
That's right.
You understand? Right. So we just discussed that. But dummy, the Passover is supposed to be celebrated every year.
That's right.
So again, I ask you the question: where do the 12 tribes of Israel? Where are they supposed to celebrate the Passover? Where are blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, who are the true Jews according to the Bible, supposed to celebrate the Passover? Where do they celebrate it at? Do they celebrate it at T.D. Jakes' church?
Right.
Have they been celebrating it at the White House every year for the Passover? Where do black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, where have they been congregating in the United States to celebrate the Passover? You understand? Answer that question for me, y'all. Read on now, y'all. Matter of fact, read that verse again.
Okay.
Verse 4.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. There is one body.
There's what?
There is one body.
There's how many?
There's one body.
There's 5.
There's one body.
There's 100.
There's one body.
There's Old Testament only.
There's one body.
You know what I'm saying? New Testament only.
There's one body.
You know what I'm saying? There's the purple guys.
There's one body.
There's GMS.
One body.
HODC.
One body.
There's one body.
That's right.
There's one body. You understand? That one body. If that one body got toes and fingers, and you cut that finger off of that body, is that finger part of the body still? Is it? Now, y'all? This ain't part of the body, is it, Sean? That thing is severed from the body. You understand? So the truth started in the ISUPK.
That's right.
You understand? So if any fingers got severed from that body, then they are no longer part of the body. They don't become the new body. You understand? Shaw, have you ever heard of anybody, cloning themselves by losing a finger, an arm, or anything like that?
Sir.
You understand? If so, let me know. I cut my arm off right now. We had 2 Nazi bars. You know what I'm saying? Some days I wish it was 2 Nazi bars. Go ahead,
sir. If I could pull out a point.
Go ahead.
So in Exodus 12:1, it said, and the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt. You understand? They in captivity right now. You understand me? Learning about the Passover. You understand? They fast forward to 1969. We in America right now. The UPK is the ones that got the Passover. We were the first ones with it in the captivity.
Right, but that's why I'm waiting on him to enlighten us and let us know where black folks is celebrating the Passover at. Go ahead, Op.
The truth. He said the truth. He said the truth started thousands of years ago, but not in 1969. And then
what's your nationality, Wayne's World? Let's start there. You know, do your research and tell us your nationality. You understand? Let's start there. What else he be saying? What FYBJ man be saying? You over whooping. You over whooping, Wayne's World. Is you the whooping, you over whooping, or you under whooping? You understand? What's your nationality, Wayne's World? That'll help us out a lot. Go ahead, read on now, y'all.
One spirit.
Start from the top, verse 4.
There is one body.
There's one body, meaning there's one organization. There's one group of men that is going to come together, and that group of men is the one body.
Right.
You understand? Anybody separate from that, you are no longer a part of that one body.
Right.
You understand? You just a missing limb. You understand? There's one body. It doesn't say that there are two or there are potentially many down the line. It doesn't say that. It says there are one body. How many bodies of men did the Lord gather together to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt? How many bodies of men, Shaw?
Lord, he used Moses to be the mouthpiece. He got the nation of Israel, one nation.
It was one. It was Moses and Aaron and the sons of Aaron. You understand? It was one. You understand? Which later became Moses and the elders of Israel.
Right.
You understand? It was Moses and them. You understand? That was the government. That was the one body. And you either got down or you laid down.
That's right.
Because there's one body.
That's right.
You understand? How many bodies of men ran with Yahushua? Go ahead, huh?
Salaki, who ran with Yahushua?
Yeah.
Salaki, so you had 12.
No, how many bodies? Was it one body? Was it
one?
two?
Oh, Salaki, sir. Salaki, sir.
It was 12 camps. See, the ISUPK. Go ahead, huh?
Salaki, sir. It was one nation. One body.
It was one body. It was all the men who gathered together under Yahushua. Because at the time there was Israelites who didn't gather with Yahushua.
Right.
They was teaching what Yahushua taught.
Right.
They were saying to follow him.
Right.
They wasn't following him.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But guess what? They wasn't a part of that body.
Right.
You understand? They was severed limbs. You understand? Read on.
That's right.
There's one body and what?
There is one body and one spirit.
And one what?
And one spirit.
And one what?
And one spirit.
And one spirit. That's heavy. You understand? That's heavy. That means there's one spirit. There's one group of men and one spirit. A spirit is a vibe.
That's right.
You understand? There's one vibe. There's one swag, one swagger, one style, one vibe. It ain't many. You understand? You're not gonna have this one group over here to carry themselves one way, and then another group to carry themselves this way, and they both in the truth. One of them is right and one of them is wrong.
That's right.
You understand? Because there's only one.
That's right.
You understand? Just like on a math test, only one of the answers is right.
That's right.
You understand? 2 + 2, you got multiple choice. Only one of them is right. All the answers ain't right. Some answers got to be wrong. And guess what? Just like a test, just like any test, some of them answers that's on that test is wrong because they're supposed to be wrong.
Right.
Because really, it's just there to see if you gonna pass the test or not.
Yeah.
You understand? Read on.
Even as you are called in one hope.
In one hope. What's that one hope? What is that one hope? Go ahead.
the one hope, I guess it represents that we all believe that Christ is gonna come back and deliver that promise.
Right. There's one hope. You understand? Yahushua was one man. You know what I'm saying? Moses was one man. You know what I'm saying? And that one man, those one men gathered together one body. Right. And that one body, they had one spirit. They had one mind, one vibe. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that they fought. How do they have one vibe? How do they have one mind? Go ahead.
Because they all on the same accord. They all think the same. So
they all on the same accord, but how are they all under the same accord? How is that? Because that's heavy. That's an important thing to understand about identifying where the real Passover is supposed to be at. You understand? We already identified that whoever started it, that's what these rules supposed to apply. That's where you start looking at. And we just established it started in 1969 in UPK. And it says there's one body. So that means anything outside of that body, we're gonna go ahead and rule that out. But we're gonna go all the way into it. So you got a complete understanding of what I'm trying to tell you. It says one spirit, one mind. How do you get a group of men to have one mind? Go ahead.
Like I said, they part of the same body. I mean, I hate to say the same thing in the scripture, but they don't want to call like y'all say. They, I can't understand that.
Go ahead.
I can give an example. Let's say I'm holding down the class and I'm teaching, and you taught God don't love everybody, but then next week I go teach the same thing and I say, well, God loves certain people, or God loves not certain people. Like, well, God does love everybody, but that brother was tripping. Like, he tripping. God loves everybody. He just racist, or he just prejudice. Mm-hmm. So it's basically like that. Like, if we gonna teach classes and we all here to do the same things, we supposed to teach the same thing. Like, I don't supposed to, like, you don't go and teach God don't love everybody, and I say it, then the next week I be like, oh, that brother's racist.
Give me Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 10, Baba Shah. Go ahead, Shah.
It's like I was gonna say, they speak the same doctrine.
Okay.
You said what chapter, sir? What?
Ezekiel 37 and 10. You understand? Read what you had, Shar. I mean, not Shar. Not y'all. You keep getting that, Shar. Has Wayne Brady said anything?
Okay, he said, I'll tell you my nationality when you can tell me your General Yohana's government name.
That's a devil out of war. He's a devil.
Good night.
He's a devil.
Hey, Wayne's World, you are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And you are going into slavery for what your forefathers did.
That's right.
You understand? And you come in here thinking that you're funny because you think you know anything about the Bible. You understand? You're talking about the Passover was celebrated in Israel every year. That right there is what let me know that you was the devil the Bible speak of.
That's right.
You understand? And that's why I made them jokes about them small hats the way I did, because I knew you was the devil.
Right.
You understand? And only a devil will come in here and say, I'll tell you my nationality when you can tell me da 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 da. That right. Sound like COINTELPRO. Right. You understand? Why don't you do this? You understand? Why don't you go to your bank? You understand? Withdraw every dollar out of your bank account. You understand? Every dollar. Go to the ATM and pull, get a cash advance on your credit card and max out all your credit cards. You understand? Take your cars, sell them, you know what I'm saying, your house, get you a second mortgage, And then I want you to take all of that and total it up into one lump sum. And then you send it to Commanding General Yohana. Right. You send it to the ISUPK so that we can finish building our nation up.
That's right.
You understand? And then you come to any camp spot in America where you see the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and you get on your hands and knees and kiss the boots of the children of the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? That's what you do. Right. You understand? And tell you what, and then you do that, then I might spare you when it's my turn to crack that whip. You understand? Because I've been practicing cracking that whip. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna be cracking that thing like somebody cussing with Tourette's. You understand? Just when the vibe hit me, Shaw, I'm just fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be in mid sentence talking to my rib about what she gonna cook for dinner, and I'm fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just catch me one. You understand? just because.
Right.
You understand? Just because I don't like the way you walk today. You know what I'm saying? Fire! You know what I'm saying? That's what you do, Wayne's World. You understand? Because here's the thing. You know, I really don't care if you do it or not, because the Lord is going to build his kingdom in the sight of you and all your friends and your brothers and your family and all the people that you know that hate us so much. The Lord is going to build up this kingdom while you watch yours burn to the ground. That's right. You understand? And if you don't care nothing about what I'm saying, that is perfectly fine with me. I don't care. You understand? Because personally, I don't want you to have no mercy. If I give you my personal opinion, I don't want your money. I don't want your boot kisses. I don't want nothing from you.
That's right.
I want to see you burn.
That's
in
right.
that day. That's what I want, Wayne's World. I want to sit up in that chariot after Yahweh Shai come get us, and I want to look down and see Wayne's World name pop up on the screen and see you pop like a popcorn kernel. That's what I want to see. You understand? Like, look, there you go right there. Wayne's World, party time, excellent. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
You understand? Read on now.
That's right.
Read on what you got. What you got, Shar?
Nayar?
So like
you want to start
one body, one spirit.
There is one body and one spirit.
All right, so I asked the question: how do they have one spirit? How do they have one mind? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna answer that like this. Shar, read what you got for me.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 10.
Go ahead.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them.
And of course, you know the story about the valley of the dry bones.
Right.
This is Ezekiel prophesying about what's going to happen in the last days. You understand? When the Lord delivers the children of Israel. Read on.
And they lived.
At first, they was dead. They was dead. You know, they was unalive. They were spiritually unalive and just, you know, walking around like zombies. We were like zombies. We were like bones on the earth.
Right.
We were like the catacombs, like a graveyard. You understand? We didn't have any economic power. We didn't have no political power. We didn't have anything. We were just cannon fodder. Read on.
And they stood upon their feet.
And they did what?
And they stood upon their feet.
And they stood upon their feet. Read on.
An exceeding great army.
A what?
An exceeding great army.
And what?
Exceeding great army.
Nah, an exceeding great choir.
Army.
Nah, an exceeding great congregation.
Army.
Nah, an exceedingly great police force.
Army.
It said an exceedingly great army. You understand? Somebody give me the definition of army. Look up the definition of army.
This is the definition of army: an organized military force equipped for fighting on land.
Read it again.
An organized military force equipped for fighting on land.
It says an organized military force equipped for what? For battle on land, you said?
For fighting on land.
Equipped for fighting on land. an organized military force. You understand? Do you think that's how they have one spirit? Because they follow orders.
That's right.
Because there is rank and order. There is accountability.
That's right.
So everyone is under one understanding. They share the same understanding. You understand? They are militant. They are not effeminate.
Right.
You understand? They get orders and they give orders. That is how they are one spirit. Read on. Matter of fact, go ahead. You have something?
Verse 11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, those bones are the whole house of Israel.
Read that again.
Then, verse 11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel.
You understand? So he's talking, this valley of the dry bones is talking about brothers and sisters that's in the world. You understand? So it says that in those days, the Lord was going to raise up an exceedingly great army of the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? Now I want you to give me 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. And now y'all read on what you got.
Okay. Verse 5. One Lord, one faith, and one baptism.
It says one Lord. You understand? That's Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the Most High. You understand? Because the head of Christ is who? The Lord, the Most High.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is who? Yahweh Shah. You understand? Read on.
Okay. Verse 6.
It says one. We read it again from the top.
Okay. One Lord, one faith.
It says one faith. You understand? There's one work. There's one body of work. You understand? There's one mission. You understand? There's one belief. You understand? Read on.
One baptism.
And one baptism. Meaning what? There's one teaching.
Right.
That's what baptism means. It means teachings.
That's right.
You understand? There's one teaching. It's not many. You understand? And guess what? All of this applies in 1969. So there's one teaching in 1969. You understand? So now, fast forward. You understand? Matter of fact, I want you to give me Sharp, what you got for me?
I got the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 3.
Go ahead.
I thank God, whom I serve my forefathers with pure conscience.
2 Timothy 2 and 3.
Select, sir. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness.
You understand? It says, thou therefore endure hardness. You think it's easy being in the truth? You understand? Listen, man, it was easy being a drug dealer.
Right.
You understand? So I like it. You know what I'm saying? I just wait on the plug to send that work. You know what I'm saying? And I just answer the phone and how much you want. You know, I got this and this and this. You know what I'm saying? We can do da. It's easy being a drug dealer. The only thing you're doing is facilitating someone else's addiction. You understand? But it's hard to be a priest of the Lord. You understand? And it's even harder to be a priest of the Lord and serve the Lord and see those that don't serve the Lord go through so much. You understand? It says to endure hardness. You understand? Endure a checking.
Right.
You understand? You do something wrong, you drop the ball. Guess what? Listen, man, listen. Let me tell you something, man. I used to get checked so bad by Captain Shock. You understand? I no longer feel no anxiety when getting checked because of Captain Shock. You understand? You want to get a good little checking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because Captain Shock is nigh unto General Muhammad with the checkings. You understand? But he's always so right and so brotherly when he does it. You understand? And the thing is that you have to be able to endure that. Endure that hardness. You understand? Endure those check-ins because they build character.
That's right.
They build strength. They make you not be such a bitch.
That's right.
When things don't go your way. Things is not going to always go your way.
Right.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? What did we just read earlier? In verse 1, it says, in lowliness and meekness, meaning that you ain't here for your pride's sake.
Right.
You understand? You're not here for your pride's sake. You're here to follow orders.
That's right.
You understand? Because the Lord is building an army. He's not building a Bible study. You understand? A lot of y'all brothers and sisters just want to be in a Bible study. And that's fine. If that's all you want to do, hey, you listen, everybody's not a soldier.
Right.
And that was a hard pill for me to swallow as a young officer. I tried to get everybody in the truth, but everybody ain't soldiers. You understand? Some brothers is just cheerleaders.
Right.
You understand? Some brothers is just young men, just students.
That's it.
They're not soldiers, and that's fine. You understand? That is perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? Read on that.
Verse 3, so like it. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3.
Start from the beginning on now.
So this is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. Now therefore, my son, be strong in grace.
Hold on, verse 3.
So like it, sir. Verse 3. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Now therefore, endure hardness as a good soldier.
So endure hardness as a good soldier. Read on.
Of Jesus Christ.
So it says endure hardness as a good soldier. You understand? What does a good soldier do? Go ahead.
Follows orders.
Get it, brother. Give that brother a hand. You understand? So in 1969, so let's go back to what y'all brought out. 1969, right? There's one body, one faith, one baptism, one teaching, one understanding, one Lord, one God, one truth, one Passover. You understand? There's one. The Lord said he was going to raise up an army in the last days. So you can say, oh, well, the commandment keepers was the first ones. But you know what? They was in a synagogue with small hats on. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know that they was the actual Israelites. They was just black people practicing Judaism. They wasn't in the truth.
Sure.
You understand? And not only that, but they was like a church. Was they not?
Well, they was.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They was like a church. It actually looked like a church. You understand? They was not an army. But when you look at the men in the UPK, what did you see? You saw brothers in glorious warlike apparel.
That's right.
You saw brothers with military rank and order.
That's right.
You understand? You saw an army forming before your eyes. That is what you saw. So that one body, that is the ISUPK.
That's right.
You understand? But they still don't answer the question about which Passover is the Passover. Is the Passover. Because, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, you got IUIC, they got a Passover. They Hebrew Israelites. They came in the UPK for a little while. They left and they have a Passover too. Why I can't just go to both of them? You know what I'm saying? Why I got to go to yours and not IUIC's? IUIC's is closer to me this year. I live in California. Theirs in Tennessee. Theirs in California. Why I can't go to their Passover?
Right.
No sweat. We're going to get to that. You understand? Read that scripture again.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ.
You understand? It says endure hardness as a good soldier. You understand? Listen, let me ask you a question. Zephaniah 2:1 is an order from the Lord that your camp leader received when he was a young man in the ISUPK. He received that order for all Israel to gather themselves together. Did he not? Every Israelite heard that scripture.
Right.
You understand? Zephaniah 2:1 says, gather yourselves together. So that's an order. Well, if we've already gathered together, we're starting to gather together in one body. And I decide, for whatever reason, to leave that one body and start my own body. Am I a good soldier? Am I following orders? Or am I causing division? Ask that question. Answer that question for me. What am I doing when I do that? Am I being a good soldier? Was my Shah and them being good soldiers when they started the house of David? Is that what a good soldier would do? King David was a good soldier. Saul was trying to kill David. Saul was trying to unalive David. You understand? And David knew it. David was sleeping in a cave. And you know what? Saul thought he had to drop on David. Thought he about to creep up on him, behind him, creep in his cave and run him through. Then gave the green light to put David down. You understand? And David, being a good soldier, had every right in the world to end Saul. But he was loyal to his king.
Right.
Because he was a good soldier. And guess what? You know what? The Lord is righteous. Because listen, he could have ended the man that was trying to end him.
Right.
Right then and there. Had every right to do it.
Right.
But he chose rather to be a good soldier. You understand? And he even cut Saul's cape. Walked up behind him. That's how cold David was. Hey, you a bad man. You walk up behind somebody and cut a piece of their garment off.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That could have been a piece in your throat. they got sliced out. He could have had Saul leaking like a sprinkler system. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He could have buried Saul up in them hills and nobody would have ever found Saul. You understand? But instead, he was a good soldier. And what happened after he decided to instead be a good soldier? Read on.
Read on?
No. What was you about to say?
I was going to say, I remember when I was a trooper, you know what I'm saying, a couple years back, and some guy called me up. I don't know why the guy called me up, but he's like doing his own thing as far as going with the Israelite group. And he said he was in the UPK for a while, and I guess out there in California, West Coast. And he said he left the school because he didn't want to get counsel. And he said the brothers was picking on him, whatever going on there. So instead of him going to get counsel, he decided to just leave the whole school as his own and do his own thing, waking up brothers on his own. And I said, brother, so what do you do when you left the school, you didn't get counsel? What do you do? Brother said he go out, he still teach the word of the Lord. People listen to him, and they want to follow him. And I said, brother, you making a camp right over there. You making a camp right now. Like you're making a camp of your own, rather than to just go seek counsel about the brothers if they was making fun of you or not. Just get clarity, get counsel. Brother didn't want to get counsel. Guess what he did? The cowardly way out. He just left. Doing his own thing.
And guess what he did not do? He did not endure hardness.
Right.
As a good soldier. You understand? Listen, man, listen. If it's right to lead the truth because somebody joking on you, then stay away from Officer Tazahad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if something wrong with you, he gonna be on your top. You understand? Gonna be plenty brothers who lead the truth. You understand?
That's right.
Just stay away from some brothers. They gonna be on you. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? That's the culture and nature of black people, man. You understand? Why? How could you be so weak?
Right.
You understand? And that's not a soldier. That's a coward.
That's right.
You have a problem with something somebody said and you don't take it to counsel, then you are a coward.
That's right.
That's what the counsel is for. You understand? The counsel is to make it right. You understand? That's just taking the counsel. It's that simple. But you instead, you rather be a little.
That's right.
Can I say that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be a little hoe.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go take it to counsel. You understand? Say endure hardness. You understand? Leave the truth over some jokes. Good night. You understand? But do this for me. Give me Romans chapter 16 and verse 17, Baba Kasha. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold that one. Hold Romans 16 and 17. But give me 1 second. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10, Baba Kasha.
It's like, sir, my mate.
Right.
It's like I don't think I said this part, but I meant to say it while I was bringing up that point about the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother also was telling me like how he don't believe in camps. He don't follow camps. But you going out to the highways and the byways, reading the Lord's word, and people want to follow you now, and now they going to you to get the wisdom. Brother, you got your own camp, start up again. Like, what are you talking about?
That's because some brothers don't want to follow orders. They just want to give orders.
Right.
You understand? And that's a dangerous place to be at. Under somebody that don't want to follow orders but want to give all the orders.
Oh, right.
That's a dangerous place to be, y'all. Someone who's not being held accountable. Listen, Commander Junior Honda is commanding general because he got orders to be commanding general.
Right.
He went to Philadelphia and built a school because he got orders to build a school. You understand? He from Philadelphia, he's building schools all over the world because Commander Junior Honda got orders to do so from
That's
Philadelphia. Right. Those were the orders that were given to him by the men over him. So everything Commander General Yohana is doing, he is still following orders.
That's right.
You understand? Right. Commander General Yohana is still following the same orders that was given to him before brothers left the truth. Men who are no longer here. They gave him orders, and he is still to this day following those orders because the scriptures say endure hardness. You don't think, you see, we got this picture right here. Say, I pray you understand on it. It's a famous picture. You understand? Commander Junior Yohana slept on a cot. I talked to General Yohana about this. General Yohana slept in the back of the school and in a brother's basement. You understand? Just to keep the ISUPK alive. Commanding General Yohana endured hardness. You understand? Commander General Yohana, he didn't wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm going to call myself Commanding General Yohana. I'm going to start a camp and I'm going to call myself Commanding General Yohana. That sounds better, don't it? Don't it sound better than Pastor? It don't sound better. We're going to say Commanding General. That's what we're going to call myself. You understand? Guess what? Commander General Yohana didn't do that. He was given orders to build schools all around the world. Even Commanding General Yohana is a good soldier. And guess what? Commander General Yohana, whether you like it or not, is the highest ranking man in all of Israel.
That's right.
You understand? So you got that scripture for me out?
Yeah, 1 Corinthians
1 and 10, Barbershop.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing.
Says that you what?
That ye all speak the same thing.
That you do what?
That ye all speak the same thing.
There's much polygamy.
Good. No, that's right.
Read it again.
Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing.
That you do what?
That ye all speak the same thing.
That you speak the same thing. There's one body, one faith, and one baptism.
That's right.
You understand? Say that you all speak the same thing, that you all teach the same thing. Read on.
Right. And that there be no delusions among you.
Read that again. I don't think that means delusions.
And that there be no divisions among you.
That'll do what?
That there be no divisions among you.
There's an order for you to all speak the same thing. That was an order. That there be no divisions among you. That was an order. So let me ask you a question. Who is following orders and who is not following orders? Right. That's the simple way to see what Passover are you supposed to be at. Just look at the men who having the Passover. Who is following orders and who ain't following orders? Because listen, I can tell you who gave Commander General Yohana the orders that he's still following today in 2024. I'm just an officer. You understand? But I can tell you who gave General Yohana those orders. Because he's a good soldier.
That's right.
Let me ask you this. Who gave Nathaniel the order to go out there to Africa? Who gave Nathaniel the order to let them Africans into school? Who gave Nathaniel the order to say ISUPK had something to do with Joy Morgan's death? Go ahead, Up.
So like I said, I was gonna say his own heart himself.
His own heart. Is he teaching the same thing as the UPK? You know, Nathaniel was in the UPK, right? Have you seen the picture of him?
Yes, sir.
With the garment on?
Okay.
Man, hey, that brother, I think, hey, it's a lie. I ain't gonna say what I think. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what I think. All I'm gonna say is that, you know what I mean, you know how you see them little pictures and they be like, well, something doesn't belong. Hey, something ain't right with that damn brother there, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But he ain't following orders. Who giving him orders to do what he do? Who giving GMS orders to Elder Tahar? Who giving him orders? What orders is he following? What about what's some other Zabak? What orders? Who orders is he following?
Some guy named Hashar.
Hashar. Who orders is he following? What's his brother name? Rakashiar. What orders is he following? What orders is he following? So are those good soldiers or are those bad soldiers? You understand? Are they bad soldiers? Because listen, man, you can say, oh, well, IUPK could have been wrong. Okay, no sweat. Maybe we could have been wrong. Read on.
And that there be no divisions among you.
And that there be no divisions among you. So guess what? Just the fact that you started another Israelite group outside of the UPK, you are already breaking the rules.
Right.
You're not following orders.
Right.
You understand? We was ordered not to do that.
That's right.
We was ordered not to do that. And brothers went and did it anyway.
Right.
Do your homework on why the school split in half. I keep saying that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Am I moving on my underwear? You understand? It's like, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: they wasn't following orders. You understand? They didn't want to follow orders because they not militant.
That's right.
They effeminate.
Right.
You understand? That's why they not following orders. That's why they got a problem when a man check them. You understand? They don't have no accountability. They're not going to be accountable for their actions. They get a check and man, F Captain Shop. He ain't no brother. He ain't got no brotherhood. I ain't never said that after getting checked by Captain Mashak.
Right.
You can call Captain Mashak and ask him yourself. It's been many times he checked the life out of me. And I sit back and I reflect on it. I call him back and say, Cap, man, you was right. So I like you. You know what I'm saying? And he only want to talk about it no more. It's like, no sweat, brother. How we looking on that da-da-da-da-da? You going to be at the Passover? You know what I'm saying? Because we not emotional in the UPK.
That's right.
You understand? We good soldiers.
That's right.
We endure hardness. Go ahead.
How the hell we going to build a nation when you got goddamn sissies in your camp?
Good
More
night.
feminine than damn women.
Good night.
We might well get the women the guns.
You know what I'm saying? So I like it. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
Read that again.
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
Read it again.
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
It said that ye be perfectly joined together. That is an order.
Right.
Just like how Commander General Yohana gave the order for all Israel to come together. For all Israel. You understand? He gave the order for all Israel to come together. That's an order. Just like how you ask, if I can come to the Passover if I'm not in the UPK, come to the Passover.
That's right.
That's an order.
That's right.
You understand? I want you to drop that. Give me the scripture I told you to hold, Baba Kashaf.
Ephesians 4.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's like verse 6. Ephesians 4 and 6. One God and Father of all.
Nah, that ain't it. Nah.
Oh, is it?
So I want to say Mark them.
Oh, I think that was Sean.
Who was it that had that?
Was it you, Sean?
Mark those.
I was on Timothy.
Hold on.
Second Timothy.
Romans 16 and 17. It's like.
Okay, man. Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division.
Read that again.
Now I beseech you, brothers, mark them which cause divisions.
Do what?
That cause division.
It says do what?
That mark them that cause division.
It says to mark them which cause divisions. Mark them which cause divisions. You understand? It's saying to mark them, pay attention to them. Identify the ones who cause division. Now let's go back to 1969. Say, mark them which cause divisions. You understand? Boom. School split in half. Got brothers that's going to the house of David, and you got the men who stood 10 toes down in the UPK.
Right.
You understand? Which one's causing division? Which one's causing division? The ones who stayed in the body, or the ones who got severed from the body?
That's right.
And just like any severed limb, it decayed and rotted away. You understand? It broke apart into a million pieces.
That's right.
You understand? But yet in UPK, we still standing 10 toes down, boots on the ground, boots, beards, and braids. No excuses, no cowards. You understand? Read on.
Sorry. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine.
Says what?
Mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine.
It says mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary, meaning outside of or which goes against the doctrine. You understand? What's something that you can name off the one I can name off the top of my head? Much polygamy.
That's right. That's
it was
right.
Much. That's what he said now, y'all. That was much polygamy. Like the way he said it was like, man, you don't got no love for box. You understand that? Man, they got no love for box. Go ahead, man.
Especially if there's no law against it. Why not? But I think it's ain't no I think it's the women for sure, because they just came out in an interview and the sister and they was asking sisters about polygamy. It's like, of course my husband can't have more than one wife. And I was like, it's the women. It was up to
you heard what he said, right?
Yes, sir.
He didn't say, of course my husband does not want another wife.
Yeah, man.
She said, of course, my husband can't have another wife. That's like you get a charge and Uncle Sam say you can't buy firearms no more. You used to could. You could have, but you ain't joining UPK.
Right.
You want to join the Purple Church Choir Boys. Go ahead, up.
It's like, sir, and they run to that scripture when it says the bishop shall be blameless. One
a husband of one wife.
Husband of one wife. So basically, they said Christ couldn't even be a bishop because Christ had no wives.
Yeah, none.
And the scripture says a bishop gotta have one wife. They not reading the scriptures correctly because they taking it too little, like the guy they ain't gonna eat Edomites out here.
See, this is how you know that. See, I'm trying to be careful how I talk about certain things because you can't really just. I don't want to just throw a blanket statement out there, but oftentimes when you see one of them Purple Church Choir Boys, they don't look like. They don't seem like the type of people your house shot would even chop it up with. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the house shot seemed like he'd have been down in the trap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He'd be down there at the liquor house. Right. You know what I'm saying? toe back, breaking down scriptures. Got brothers and sisters coming out the world, out the trap. You understand? Crackheads putting the crack pipe down in the trap. Prostitutes walking away from that, from selling the box in the trap. Drug dealers putting down the drugs in the trap. Listen, man, them purple church squad boys, those is the men that the Romans would have sent to round up Christ.
Right. That's right. Oh, God.
That's the purple boys.
Right, exactly.
That's why they say they even say it like we wear purple because the Romans put the purple on Christ when they was when they tried to mock him with it. We wear it to mock them. Nah, you wear it because you a Roman. You a centurion. Right. You understand? Peter probably cut Nate's ear off back in the day.
Right.
Nate probably was walking around back in the day with one ear because he was the one. You know what I'm saying? He just snatched up Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Or Nate probably was Judas. Hey, I don't think Judas at least had remorse. Go ahead,
I was just saying that Captain Cod. Captain Cod couldn't get ear off, man.
yeah, Captain Cod done cut Nate's ear off.
Ear off, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But think about it, man. Who gave him an order to do that? Now, let me ask you this. You heard what we just read, right? Now, was Nate not in the UPK? Matter of fact, can you pull up the picture of Nate in the UPK and show that on screen, Baba Shah? Shaw, can you help him, please?
Yes, sir.
We got 5 minutes. Y'all got it? If you can't find it, don't worry about it. If you care to see, just go on the internet and look it up. There's pictures of Nathaniel standing on stage. I think who was behind Ariah?
Yeah.
He was standing behind Ariah.
That was when the Wu-Tang
Right. Yep. He's standing there looking like an old FBI agent. He looking like he had a wire on him right in the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Nate, man, did you have a wire on, man, when you came in the UPK? Be honest. Ain't nobody gonna take it. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna say nothing. Just shoot somebody a text message, let us know. You can send it in advantage mode. I just want to know. Did you have a wire on when you was in the Passover? You know what I'm saying? Listening to REI and them. You know what I'm saying? You have a wire on. Did you have one of them digital? You remember the brother said, brother came out and said IUIC sent brothers to the Queen's camp with a spy camera on, with a button camera. Y'all remember that? Brother came up to the camp with a button camera on, like Mission Impossible. You know what I'm saying? Spying on the UPK. Like, don't worry about the picture. I found it. You found it? Yeah, show it to the people, man. Show it to the people, man. Because y'all think we be tripping when we be saying IUIC left the truth.
So like said,
everything to what?
I don't think that was it.
Look, don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and get these last couple of scriptures so we can go.
Oh, there you go. Right.
Oh, you got it? Sure.
Yeah.
100%?
100%. I got it.
100%. I don't want 100%.
You can put it up on the screen, full screen?
I can put it. I can put it right there. It's like, you go back to the StreamYard.
Man, this some good wine.
Go to StreamYard right quick. Go to StreamYard. I got you.
Some good yeah right now. Y'all see that picture, man? Let me see that picture. Let me see it. Oh yeah. Yeah, you see that circular, that purple circle? Show it to the people.
Yes, sir.
See that purple circle? The red garment, he ain't have on purple that day. You know what I'm saying? You see that purple, man? Who that is? That's your favorite Hebrew Israelite. That's your favorite Hebrew Israelite right there. IUIC. Nathaniel. Or like them Sodomites say in their camp, Nathaniel. Elder Bishop Nathaniel. You know what I'm saying? That's him right there. In the UPK. In the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And who's sitting at the table? Who that sitting at the table? It's Arya. That's Arya.
Right. Yes, sir. Come on.
And guess what? That's the man who gave Commanding General Yohana the rank of Commanding General. Right. That's the man who gave Commanding General Yohana the order to build a school in Philadelphia and build schools all across the world. That's the man who gave Commanding General Yohana the orders that he's still following to this day. Who gave orders to your king, to your bishop? Who is he? Who orders is he following?
So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
He looked like Uncle Ruckus in this one.
Hey, he looked like Shaka Zulu. You understand? He definitely Uncle Ruckus. He definitely has no love for his brothers, because if you don't know the history, that brother right there falsely arrested two brothers in New York and kept them in jail for 11 months, knowing that they was innocent of the crimes that he was still investigating. You understand? He knowingly arrested them and knowingly kept them in jail, knowing that they were innocent.
Right.
You understand? But yet he made a statement one time. He talked about, man, we joined the police force because we can change it from the inside.
Good. Nice.
You worse than them.
That's right.
You understand? Because you get out on the street corner and you call black people the devil.
Oh.
You understand? And your Passover on the wrong day.
Right.
Go ahead up.
So like then they say, you got a warrant, we turn it in.
Man, listen, before I found the UPK, I almost made that fatal mistake of joining IUIC. Listen, man, I'd be ashamed to even tell this story some days, man. But I tell it because there's so many other brothers out here who you know what I mean, who I tell it because it's other brothers out here considering that same decision.
Right.
You understand? Before I heard of the UPK, I almost joined the Purple Bastards. And it wasn't because I felt like, oh man, they're so awesome. I felt like, well, hell, if it's gonna be anybody, it ain't gonna be GMS. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to be standing next to no child assaulters. You know what I'm saying? No box takers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to, I wasn't gonna go out like that. You know what I'm saying? So I never heard of the UPK. So I finally made up my mind. You know, I was hesitant on IUIC because I was like, man, they just seem like the Christian church at camp. There's something about them just seemed Christian, even in the world. There was just something about them just seemed so Christian. And I just kept thinking, like, is that something I want to die for? Is that something that I'm willing to die for these purple maniacs? Do I really want to spend the rest of my life in purple? I hate purple. You know what I'm saying? What am I, a joker? The Joker? You know what I'm saying? The Joker. You know what I'm saying? They the Joker, man. They like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what? So the day that I finally made my mind up, you know what? They got a camp, they got a school in Charlotte. I was like, you know what, man? I'm about to pull up on them. They got class this Friday, man. I'm going to pull up that Friday and go ahead and go to camp. And I'll never forget, it was a Tuesday when I made my mind up that I'm going to pull up on them on Friday. We finally gonna make that move. About 15 minutes later, I was working on some flyers that I was doing for some clubs. About 15 minutes later, I'm watching purple videos. One particular video, and I hear I'm watching it. I'm listening to it in the background, and I hear him say, he said, Trayvon Martin. Who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? And it hit me. I'm like, well, I care about Trayvon Martin. And I said that out loud. Like I'm sitting at my desk, like he asked, who in the hell cares about Trayvon? Hell, I care about Trayvon Martin. You know what I'm saying? He said, and then the guy says his name is Trayvon. He said, Davon Martin, why he didn't damn stop? He said, and then the homeless brother corrected him, said, hey man, chill out, man. His name is Trayvon, not Davon. And then he says, Trayvon, Davon, whatever his damn name is, why he didn't damn stop? When the white man tell him to stop, why he didn't damn stop? I'm thinking in my head, like, so you mean to tell me that according to these purple boys, if a random white man walk up to me on the street and be like, hey, stop, lay down on the ground and empty your pockets, I'm just supposed to do it because he a white man? You got me effed up. Listen, man, listen. I wasn't raised to do that, first of all, because I was raised, of course I was raised wrong, but I was raised that if a devil come to do something racist to me and it's just me and him, he's supposed to catch these hands.
All right, that's right.
That's how my family raised me. So I put hands on a lot of Edomites growing up over something racist. You know what I mean? My older cousin, he even used to say, he said, man, you know what, man? It's something different about when you fight white people.
That's right.
It's something different. It's like when you hit them, it's like you just feel like you can't hit them hard enough. You know what I'm saying? It just feels so much better. You know what I'm saying? It was something about putting paws on Esau. It's just something about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like life was complete after that. Like, you go home feeling like you just had a tremendous victory. Like you just won the whole civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, that's unlawful. It'd be unwise to physically assault someone just because they insulted me. And being young and emotional, I didn't know no better because I was in the world. Just like how I didn't know no better when I was watching these purple videos. And then the moment of fate, and this is how I know it was the Lord. Because I actively had a warrant for my arrest. I'm dodging the police as we speak. You know what I'm saying? About to risk going to jail to drive all the way to Charlotte with no license. And I got a warrant. I'm about to risk that to go to IUIC to go to class. And then after that, after he talked about Trayvon Martin, I had to pause it. I was flabbergasted. And I'm like, man, I guess before I jump the gun, I guess I gotta see why they say this. Why are they saying this? Like, what is their justification for saying this? Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe it's just me being uneducated. Maybe there's some scripture breakdown. They can break down why they say that. Maybe there's some logic to it. I don't want to just write them off completely. But then after that, the skinny brother stepped up and he says, you know what? I'm snitching. I was like, what? He said, if you have a warrant. No, he said, if I see your name on that list, he said, we got the list. If I see your name on that list, you're going to jail. He said, if you have a warrant, I'm turning you into the cops. Yeah. I said, yo.
Oh, my goodness.
I just about knocked my tooth out on his mic. He said, if you have a warrant, I'm turning you into the cops. And I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, I'm glad they dropped this video today. Oh, for sure. Gonna be up there this weekend.
Oh my.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, damn, I can't. I like, well, they go to IUIC. I can't join them. I ain't no good. I ain't no good to them. I got a warrant. And I ain't ready to go to jail yet. And I am not about to go be ready to die for somebody that's gonna turn me in for having a warrant.
Turn you into.
They gonna turn me in. Listen, Sean, listen, man. I walked up in that school, man. Look here. Hey, brothers. Hey, we're gonna run this background check real quick. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I'm leaving. Shalom, brethrens. Most high in Christ blessed. Next thing you know, I'm leaving up out of there in handcuffs. Go ahead. Play the video.
Oh, jeez.
Play the goddamn video. Play the video. Then I got one scripture. Okay. Play the video, man. Full screen. Let me see what it look like.
It's like
It's the one.
It ain't. I think a brother made this, so it's like a.
And that's perfect. We need that on our YouTube channel.
Come on, I put up. It's like come on, concert.
Yeah.
Who cares about Trayvon Martin? Trayvon Martin, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? Trayvon Martin, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? That's not what happened to that young man. He decided to go against what the white man say. He tell him to stop. Why he didn't stop? Rebellion. He was rebellion. But we're for it. We're for stopping it. We're for stopping the hood. We're all for it. Bring more. Don't stop and frisk. I'm calling the cops. I am snitching.
What was that? He said, I am snitching. Listen, man. Listen, man. Yahushua got crucified.
Right.
Because somebody said, I am snitching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a sin to snitch on your brother.
All right.
It's a sin. It's unlawful. It's treason. You know what I'm saying? Anything left on that video?
I think that's it.
That was it. Listen, man. Then we got the part where he say, if you have a warrant, I'm turning you into the cops.
I think I'll keep going.
Your ass going to jail. If I'm in your neighborhood, you're going to jail. If you are wanted, I'm turning you in. You're going to jail. I will tell on you. I said openly. If any of you out here I see on the list being wanted, your ass going to jail. We snitch.
Oh. Oh.
Trayvon Martin. Who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin?
You read how he said? They said, we snitch. Could you imagine being at camp that day? You ain't got that breakdown yet. We snitch.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? All them brothers stood there like, right.
Good.
I'm snitching. I'm turning you. You wanted by the police? I'm turning you into the cops. I'm snitching. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. They probably, you know how we got a picture of your house shot on the wall?
Okay.
Man, they got a picture of Judas on the wall.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they got a picture of Judas on the wall.
From what that's like, sir?
Go ahead,
From how that video going right there? Most definitely.
Listen, man, Judas was a confidential informant.
Good. Nice.
Think about it. Was he not?
He was.
He was.
He was a CI.
I just didn't think of it.
So like it, sir, if I may, they put heart and soul. They was saying they meant every word.
He meant that.
He
said that. He said that with a gripe. We snitch. We snitch. That's what he said. I'm snitching. That's what he said. That's what they down. That's what they down with. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Yahushua wasn't down with that. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua trying to get brothers out of prison.
Right. That's right.
IUIC trying to throw them into prison.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Read this scripture for me, and then we're gonna go. Okay. Give me 2 Timothy chapter 3. Give me 2 Timothy chapter 3.
This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3. Verse 1, sir.
Verse 14, Baba Shah.
Verse 14.
Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on.
Come on, sir.
No. Start at verse 12.
Come. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 12. Yeah. And all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution.
You understand? It said all that live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. You understand? Read on.
Verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
Read that part again.
It's like verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
Listen, them purple.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Them lavender lads. Them lavender lads. Some evil and disgusting people, man. Listen, you can sit up here and say what you want to say about the UPK, but one thing the UPA ain't got is blood on our hands.
That's right. That's right.
The lavender lads got blood on their hands. You understand? They Joy Morgan. You know what I'm saying? What's that transgender name? Something Cash. The transgender that the brother in the IUIC shot in the face.
Right.
The brother in Memphis that almost lost his life at the hands of a captain in the Purple Pastor Squad.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And TD Jakes and the boys. You know what I'm saying? Kurt Franklin and them. You know what I'm saying? They got blood on their hands. You understand? Those are evil men, man. Because you got to be an evil bastard to arrest two people that you already knew was innocent. Have you read the police paperwork, the court documents? When they locked up them two brothers.
Yeah, your contact. We read it.
You read them? Man, they did that them brothers' mother dirty.
Yeah.
Listen. The Lord was right for me to never go through nothing like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because I don't care if you are the police. You slam my mama on the ground with her breast out.
Oh, geez.
And you refuse to let my mama put clothes on, and you just sitting there got her handcuffed on the floor with her breast out. You understand? The me in the world would have ended you. You know what I'm saying? I would have hunted Nate down. You know what I'm saying? But thanks be to Commander Junior Hunter and the men in the ISUPK, because they pulled me up out of being stupid and effeminate to do some stuff like that.
That's right.
You understand? But that's something that he did while he was calling himself Bishop Nathaniel of the Israelite United in Christ. He did that while he was in what he calls the truth. You understand? And he teach things that he never learned in the ISUPK.
Right.
He never learned those things. He started to teach. The scriptures say we're supposed to say the same thing. You understand? We're supposed to say the same thing. He's saying something new. That he came. Who gave him orders to say that? Who gave him orders to say you could only have one wife? Who gave him orders to do that? Nobody. You understand? Now read. It say, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. You think seduction just got to do with laying in the bed with a woman? Seduction happened every day. You understand? The Bloods and Crips seduce brothers into joining the Bloods and Crips. Christian churches seduce men and women to come into the church and give up their money. The 2K Sports seduce people every year to buy NBA 2K. Every year you buying the new game. The same game, but you got to buy it every year after year. Go ahead.
It's like, sir, not only the game, but the VC points.
Oh, man, the VC, the season pass. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty, you buy the game, and then you got to buy the stuff. They come with the game. You know what I'm saying? And they make it so easy for you to just give all your money up. You understand? Go ahead.
And I got people in the world I never thought that could be beguiled or seduced that easily to a video game. But I've seen it happen, brainwashed off the game, that all they do is just play the game, yelling at the TV, living in the goddamn grandma's house, mama's house, all day, yelling at the game, cussing out loud. Grandma hear them, tell them calm down. Damn you, grandma. In the game, spending all the money, points, on some fake reality. It's like I don't want. I've seen it. I was once there.
Hey, man, listen, man. You had the commander Junior Hunter, man, to the generals and the captains in the ISUPK, man. Listen, man, if you suffer with any type of addiction, game addiction, porn addiction, drug addiction, stealing addiction, whatever kind of addiction you got, man.
That's right.
You understand? Come on into the UPK,
That's
man.
right.
Because listen, you pick the wrong camp, you're going to end up in prison.
That's right.
You understand? We trying to keep brothers out of prison. We trying to change lives. You understand? Meanwhile, them purple bastards, think about it. The same thing they teach, the same thing Judas understood.
That's right.
He said, that's a free $2,000. I can help my nation with that money. That's a free 30 shekels. You know what I'm saying? Free? It ain't free because it costs you your dignity. It ain't free. It costs you your dignity. You understand? Now I want you to read on, Bible Shah.
Yep.
Read that verse 13 again.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
It says, evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. And listen, man, that's heavy because you know what? Since the school split, it's been more and more fake Israelites popping up like zombies on Nazi zombie game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just more and more. They ain't going away. It ain't getting no easier. It's just more and more of them. You saying groups? I'm saying, look at them GMS brothers. Turn out them they ain't even GMS. They want to be GMS. Want to be Sakari. Want to be IUIC. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? One thing don't nobody want to be. It's a good soldier in the ISUPK under Commander Junior Hunter. You understand? They don't want to be a good soldier, man. You understand? How you gonna learn how to be a good soldier when you learn it from a bad soldier? You understand? I'm learning from the best soldier ever walked the earth under Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
You understand? That's Commander Junior Hunter.
That's right.
You understand? Because listen, you know, I no disrespect to none of the prophets that came before Junior Hunter. You understand? But in this day we living in now, Junior Hunter, man, listen. That brother's brotherhood is so brotherly. You understand? It is so brotherly, man. That is one of the most brotherly brothers I've ever met in my life. If not the most brotherly man I've never met in my life.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And listen up. You understand? That is a brother. You understand? And the crazy thing is, like I heard some Israelite groups say that General Yohana, they left the school because General Yohana was stealing money. Man, I've seen General Yohana give away so much money. You understand? He probably gave away more this past year than you could even claim he stole when you was too weak to endure hardship. Just like a
female.
You know what I'm saying? Just like a female. You know what I'm saying? Just like a female. Like, you know what I'm saying? They break up with you, then go tell lies on you. Like, bitch, you the hoe. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me. You the hoe. You the whore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You broke up with me. You the one left. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Eve was something else. They'll go off and say, oh, he beat me up. Ain't seen not one bruise on that sister in all the years y'all was together. But now all of a sudden, because she want to be a whore, now she's making up all type of lies on you to justify her being a whore. You understand? You making up lies saying Jenna Johanna was doing this and that. And really you lying because it justifies. If that's the case, then why change the doctrine? If it was just because of some money, why change the doctrine? Why go and say you can only have one wife now? Why do that? Why change up the high holy days? Why start bringing pork to Thanksgiving and calling it the Yahweh Day? Why do that? You understand?
So like, sir,
go ahead.
Cause these brothers, like them young brothers on the first 48, that's telling on their damn selves until the police figure out the truth. They like, well, yeah, a white Mustang pulled up and shot the car, and then come to find out, you talking about, I had a doctor's appointment. I was finna go to my doctor's appointment. Then come to find out, the police called a doctor appointment. You ain't had nothing going on that day. You was lying about what car pulled up and shot at you. You was lying about everything. You going under the bus.
Going under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Read that scripture. Read on Bible Shop so we can get out of
here. I see it. 10 and 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
It says deceiving and being deceived. You understand? Deceiving and being deceived. And guess what? Every officer and whatever, I don't even know what they call themselves in the IUIC. Whatever it is, it sounds LGBT. You know what I'm saying? All you pastors and prostitutes in the IUIC. You understand? All of y'all deceive and are being deceived.
Right.
Because you're deceiving because what you're teaching is a lie. You're a liar. But you're a liar because you yourself are being deceived. You understand? But here's the heavy part. And this one ain't nobody gonna come out and say. But a lot of you purple passion fruit band, a lot of y'all is in IUIC because you know that it's not the truth. And you know that you really don't want to serve the Lord. And you know that IUIC leaves the door open for you to fulfill your lust. And that's why you in the IUIC. A lot of you ain't gonna come out and say it, but a lot of you in that purple gang, Purple City Bird gang, a lot of y'all are in there because IUIC allows you to fulfill your lust. There's some lust that an IUIC allows you to fulfill. You understand? And it's of the LGBT variety, y'all. You understand? And if you could, read on Bible Shop so we can get out of here.
Verse 14.
Now we're still in 1969. You understand? Now we skipping forward some years, and guess what? Evil men and seducers that started to come up in the ranks. You understand? And start splitting the school off into different groups. So now we still trying to decide, well, which Passover do we follow? Because, you know, IUIC Passover be big and glorious. You know, a GMS, I don't know what they Passover look like. They might have TV dinners and popcorn at their Passover. Go ahead, Doc. They just seem like they got McDonald's and Hardee's at their Passover. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned.
Read on again.
But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned.
Read it again.
But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned.
I got you, didn't I? Go ahead, read it again.
But continue thou in things that thou hast learned.
So whatever was laid down originally, start there. And then guess what? When it start to split up and split off and go all in all these different groups, guess what you do? Read it again.
Continue thou in the things which thou hast learned.
You act like it don't even matter. You keep it going. You stay 10 toes down. And you continue in the things which thou hast learned. Read on.
And has been assured of.
And have been assured of. You done been to class. You done got the breakdowns. That's what's so heavy. That's what's so diabolical about what these fake Israelites done did. Because they came to the UPK and they got the correct. Listen, man, when we break down scriptures, we don't just break it down with an agenda. We break it down for what it is. That's the difference between us and them.
That's right.
We break it down for what it is and we live it out.
That's right.
That's all we doing. We looking at the instruction manual and putting it together. That's what we doing.
That's right.
We ain't here to reinvent nothing. We don't know better than Yahushua and the men before us. We just, all right, say we're supposed to put this piece here and put that screw there. All right. That's what we doing in the UPK. And IUIC, they looking at the instructions. And then they building the thing completely upside down. They putting other pieces in. They're like, it's a coffee table. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna nail this coffee maker to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a TV screwed to the side of it and get it all put together and find out none of it work. It's an abomination that you just put together in your living room because you ain't followed the damn instructions.
Right.
You done built an abomination. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? IUIC, Nathaniel, he has built an abomination. You understand? There's all types of abominations going on inside that organization. Read on.
Knowing of whom thou hast learned them from.
Says what?
Knowing of whom thou hast learned from.
Read it again.
Knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Now listen, I can tell you who taught Commander Junior Hunter. I can tell you whose orders he's still following to this day. Who taught Nate that you can only have one wife? Who taught him that? Who taught him that you have to wear purple, that everybody has to dress the same? Who taught him that? You understand? Who taught him that whole crap about the new moon? I don't even know what they teach. It's been so long since I watched the purple video. You know what I'm saying? If I watch it, man, I tune out so fast because I don't even want to accidentally slip up and say something I heard in the IUIC video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Last thing I want was brothers to look at me sideways like, whoa, where you get that from, Mark?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whoa, wait a minute now, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I can't even, you know what I mean? And then they videos be like 4 hours long. Who got time? Who can watch that? I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't even watch. I don't even like seeing sodomites on TV, man. I can't even watch them for long. It's the same thing.
Right.
Read on that.
Verse 15. Oh, sorry. Verse 15. And thou from a child, thou hast known the holy scripture.
Matter of fact, go back to verse 14, Baba Shah.
Verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned.
So you want to? So we starting in 1969. That's what the Lord chose to build up the army of the Lord. And then whatever the Lord chose to build with, guess what? There was going to come evil men at some point that's going to cause divisions in that. And guess what? The FBI had a whole program built around just doing that, called COINTELPRO. Their whole initiative was to go and infiltrate black organizations and bring them down. Well, guess what? They couldn't bring down the UPK.
Right.
So the best thing they can do is cause brothers to leave the UPK and start a fake Israelite group. You understand? And you know what counterintelligence is? Is when you teach something contrary to what is actually fact. They call that intelligence is knowing the truth. It's knowing information. Counterintelligence is when you provide misinformation to throw someone off from actually getting the actual information. You see what I'm saying? Like you might put out something similar to what's true, but sweeten it up and change it up just enough to make it palatable, to make it profitable. You understand? That's COINTELPRO. You understand? So if you're in a fake Israelite group, 9 times out of 10, you a COINTELPRO operative and don't even know it. Against your own people, against your nation. You understand? And you should really be ashamed of yourself. You understand? Because listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If you really cared about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if you really cared, then what you would do is you would take that purple off, you would fold it up and put it in a bag. You would put on all black, and you would call the nearest camp leader in the ISUPK, and you will show up, you will report to the ISUPK school this week with your purple in the bag, and you will forfeit your purple to Commander General Yohana, and you will serve the Lord as a soldier in the ISUPK so that we can build up this nation and get the hell up out of hell.
That's right.
That's what you would do, man. Because your camp leader knows where the home of the truth is.
Right.
You understand? And when you finally wake up to the truth that your camp leader is a filthy, disgusting pig, you understand? I pray you join the UPK before you wake up and realize that. Because some of you might skin them people alive and end up in prison. Because you really believe them. Because you really believe that you win the truth. When really you just following a coward and a homosexual. You understand? That's reality. You understand? Because there's zealous brothers in all them groups. You understand? And we don't have no ill will towards you, brothers. Come to the Passover. It's an order, first of all. Be at the Passover. It don't matter what Israelite group you in. Your ass better be at the Passover. That is a commandment. One thing we can all agree on is a commandment. And you know the UPK started in 1969. IUIC did not. IUIC going off having their own Passover. If they cared a little bit more about the Lord, then every year the ISUPK Passover, you'll see IUIC in their own little section. But they there. But you don't see that. That's how you know they ain't of the Lord. GMS, if they was of the Lord, they would be at the ISUPK Passover. But you know what? You don't see them at the Passover. And they was ordered to be there. Commander General Yohana gave the orders. That's right. Well, if you're watching this video and you ain't in no Israelite group, listen, man, it is an order for you to be at the Passover April 20th. That's an order. If you're in a fake Israelite group, it's an order to be at the Passover April 20th. You understand? Zephaniah 2:1 say, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Yea, gather together before the day bring forth. Before that day come, when the Lord dropped them bombs out that sky, you need to get your behind in the UPK. That's right. You need to get you some black boots, black pants, black hat, black shirt, black war scarf, and get your behind in the UPK, man. That's right. You understand? The time is almost up, and time's up for this class. So, like you for going over, everybody. I'm gonna hand the class over to Preaching Officer Mayor.
Yeah, Preaching Officer here. We're gonna read the ISUPK security announcements. It's the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. All right, so the next feast is Passover, right? It's like the next feast is the Passover, right?
It's Passover.
All right. So the next feast was the Passover. It's the 14th day of the 5th of the first month, Saturday, April 1st, 2023. And you can find this in Exodus chapter 12, verse 1 through 51, and Leviticus 23, 4 through 5, and 1 Corinthians 5, 7, and 8, and Second Chronicles 30 and 17. Yeah, so make sure you pay your Passover fee, which is $200, and the Passover will be April 22nd of this year. Remind Akim and I walk to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, shalom.
Boy,